This is the At Home with Zac
and TT for the Millwall drive home, reporting and reviewing on the game that just finished at the Den. Millwall 1.
Cardiff City 1.
Do you know what? It was a game with very few chances in the first half, a few chances in the second half. But as a Millwall fan, and as Millwall fans, I'm absolutely gutted that we did not win that. Because I feel like we gave away the game. You know, it's very, very frustrating the way we've conceded a goal in the second half, and we'll get on to that. But the first half was boring as hell. There's two chances created, one from Millwall, one from Cardiff. Second half was, there was such a lack of quality from both teams in the final third in that second half, and both teams, kept the ball but never really penetrated at any time. But we'll go through it. Thanks very much for watching the Mill Drive Home. Obviously, we've just had the international break. If you can like and subscribe to the channel, that'd be fantastic. And obviously, we love having your comments. Please put your comments in. Mill started with a changed lineup. Apparently, Marlon Romeo and Conor Mahoney are both injured. Obviously, Billy Mitchell's picked up a hamstring strain, so he's out again for another 8 weeks, which is really disappointing given the fact we can have 9 subs. We started off with Bartosz Bieliakowski in goal, a right back of Ryan Leonard. Left back was Murray Wallace, centre back pairing of Sean Hutchinson and Jake Cooper. The left midfielder, because we kind of played a 4-4-1-1 formation. The left midfield was Mason Bennett, Jed Wallace right midfield, Ryan Woods and Sean Williams in the middle of the park. And then behind Matt Smith was Ben Thompson. And like I said, we gave Cardiff a lot of possession in the first half, but they never really looked like threatening very often, don't you think?
Yeah, just they had a left back called Bennett, and he was man of the match for Cardiff. I do have a man of the match for Millwall, but we won't go on to that just yet. But yeah, he looked very, very dangerous every single time they got on the break and he was on the ball.
For me, obviously, we create a chance. It was our best. It was funny enough, just before we scored, I said to Zac, this is the first time we've really had possession in Cardiff's half and actually kept the ball. And the ball's really taken down well. Ryan Woods drives with the ball. He passes it out to Murray Wallace. Murray Wallace then passes it. It was gradual build-up play. Passes it into Sean Williams, who clips the ball up to what Matt Smith does. He's in the team. If you create chances for Matt Smith, he's going to score goals, and that's exactly what he does. He gets his head on it above the defender. For some reason, the goalkeeper's in no man's land.
He dives way.
He comes out and looks scared of the ball. You want your goalkeeper to actually run through it and try and punch either the player or get the ball, but he can't just be doing what he did and just looking scared of the ball. And we go 1-0 up, probably a little bit against the run of play. If you're honest, they had more possession in the first half, but like I said, not really threatening. We go in, obviously, just before half-time. The ball's played into the Cardiff striker, who gets his head on it. It's a very good header to go in top left-hand corner. It wasn't Kiefer Moore, who does score in the second half. And Bartosz Bieliakowski pulls off a great save and tipping it over the bar.
He hits his head on the post when he lands.
He does. It was brave goalkeeping from Bartosz. Yes. We then go in at half-time, and I'm thinking we're a little bit fortunate to be 1-0 up. But actually, second half, for the majority of the second half, I thought we were the better team. We created the better chances. We looked, funny enough, more composed in the final third, other than the final finish. And that's ultimately what's cost us today. One great move by Jed Wallace running down the right, crosses it into Ben Thompson, who's 4 yards out, and he misses the target. Jumps up well, what Ben can do, and heads it over the bar, and should have made it quite easily 2-0. And then from then on, who knows what's going to happen. But I'd predict from that position we go on to win the match.
Because they look nullified even in the second half, and if we went 2-0 up, God knows what they would have done. Yeah,
and like I said, Cardiff did create a couple of chances. Both of them come down the left. Both of them missed at the near post. Their build-up play up until that final shot also wasn't too bad, but they didn't really look like scoring. If I'm honest, throughout the whole match, they didn't really look like scoring. You're right there.
Yeah.
What are you trying to get to the top of the? What's it called? Trying to extend your neck. And then obviously, so Ben Thompson gets the ball 25 yards out, goes in, tries to bend it into the bottom right corner, and he misses just past the post. From then on, there wasn't very many chances, other than the fact that Scott Malone, unbelievably, under no pressure, plays the ball into the middle of the field. No Millwall players anywhere near it. Gives the ball to the Cardiff player, who runs on, puts a beautiful ball in between Hutchinson and Cooper. Kiefer Moore runs onto it, and you want Hutchinson and Cooper are running alongside Kiefer Moore. One of them has to take him out.
I literally said, Cooper, take him out.
Yeah, you can't allow him to run through like they did, because it's not going to be a sending off, because they're both there. I think one of them, I don't think they're going to get sent off, but anyway, they let him get through.
Because there's a chance that the other one could tackle him.
And to be fair, Kiefer Moore neatly tucks it into the bottom left-hand corner. And the reason
Nothing
why
that Bart can do.
The reason why I say neatly tucks it in, because it's a one-on-one, and you expect your striker to score there, but he still does well to hit the target. If you take that to what we end up doing, then Matt Smith comes off and Ben Thompson come off, and we put on Jay Bod and Troy Parrott. Troy Parrott, for me, looked quick on the ball, but his control was absolutely awful. A couple of times the ball's gone right through him. I don't know what he was doing, but he'd done a couple of bits nice in terms of a couple of passes, couple of bits of link-up play. And then obviously Mill catch Cardiff on the break. They're pushing to get a second, which was good to see. The ball goes out to Ryan Woods on the right, who plays a beautiful ball into the middle. Troy Parrott would have been offside. He holds back. The ball goes to John Daddy Varson, who runs down the left. He's one-on-one with a goalkeeper. And then, just like at Sheffield Wednesday,
he blazes it wide.
And me and Zac were watching it on the phone, because my daughter was doing something for charity today, doing a Zoom quiz for charity, which is really nice of her. And I wanted to throw the phone, honestly. I did not want to watch the rest of the game. I just thought, sorry, having technical difficulties with the mic. But I just wanted to throw the phone. I couldn't believe it. I thought, that's what he's paid for. He's in the team. You get your chance. You take your chance.
You're a striker. You need to finish them.
Make the keeper make a save. Hit the target. You cannot miss the target in that situation. And then, like I said, so Ben Thompson's miss from 4 yards out. Jay Bod's miss. And then Cardiff could nick it at the end. A corner into the box. It's one at the back post. It looks like it's going in, and Murray Wallace does remarkably well to head it off the ball, head it off the line, and then we clear from there.
We don't know if Bart would have saved it, because he was looking at Murray Wallace like he was going to dive. But...
Yeah, like I said, Bart's made another good save where the ball's cut back into, I think it was Bennett, wasn't it? No, it wasn't Bennett. I think it was Harry Wilson, who gets his foot on the ball, but he hits it straight at Bart. You expect Bart to save it.
It's a good save, because he's got his leg out to it.
Yeah. Oh, and Kiefer Moore had another chance, crossed into the box, and he's headed it into the top corner, and Bart's made a good save. To be fair, who's your man of the match?
That's actually a hard one, but it's either Ben Thompson or Bart. It can't be Ben.
It can't be Ben for missing the sitter.
So it's Bart.
I know, and there's me saying that we deserve to win the game, and then we give our goalkeeper man of the match. But Bart's the only player the reason I'd give it to Bart is because he's done the only thing of quality. He's the player on the pitch.
He saved us.
That he's done bits of quality, whereas the rest of them, like I said, you like Matt Smith being on the pitch. He's done exactly what he's there. If you create more chances for the guy, he's going to score goals. In quality balls into the box. Obviously, Conor Mahoney's out injured. But I thought Jed Wallace played reasonably well today. Driving on the ball, creating chances. He didn't make many mistakes. I thought Ryan Woods had a pretty decent game. Murray Wallace defended well at left back, and also tried to take us forward. But it's a game we should be winning. What about who are you thinking for? Who did you say was Cardiff's man of the match?
It was Bennett, because he was outstanding from. The chances that he made was just.
I thought Kiefer Moore done well. Obviously, took his goal well.
Yeah.
Williams, the ball from Williams up to Matt Smith was fantastic today. But it's a game where I'm really, really frustrated. We should be taking. We're not a good team to watch. We're not an exciting team to watch. So if we take the lead, if we get chances, we have to take them, because we don't create enough chances. So when it falls to players like Jay, he's got to score. There's no getting around it. He's got to score, and he just doesn't. I've had the ref stop the game a load of times. He really didn't let the play flow. Potentially a handball from a Cardiff defender in the second half. I'd be fuming if it was given against us. So I can understand why he didn't give it, but. just ultimately, it's two teams that are going to finish mid-table in the Championship, and there's no getting around that.
Yeah.
I think we've got Birmingham at home next game up, and then Blackburn away. So two Bs, two difficult games. But Birmingham, a team we should be beating, given the form that they're on. But who knows? Who knows with this Mill side? Sometimes we look fantastic, and other times we look dour. And I felt for the majority of today's game, yes, I think we done better in the second half today, but weren't good enough. Not good enough. And you've got to take your chances when you create them. That's enough for me. Is that enough for you?
Yes.
Finish that here. Thanks very much for watching. No one likes us.
We don't care.